Hello everyone, I am Jordan Tierney, Miss Rodeo America, and we are here on my family's ranch in Oral, South Dakota. So I hope you enjoy and come along. Let's go!
Well, life after rodeo, the way I kind of got out of rodeo is I had a back surgery, and that took me down, so I didn't make the finals. But I was always wanting to contribute 10 years to rodeo, and I was kind of at the end of my 10 years anyway. And so life after rodeo for us, when we got married, Robin was working as a dental hygienist, and then I was riding horses and training horses, and that was always kind of my love was the horses. I really liked the horses.
I was born and raised in Hardin County up at Buffalo, and so my dad ranched and loved cattle, and we grew up in 4-H showing cattle, and then into 4-H rodeo, and from there college rodeo and pro rodeo. So.
Well, the way I got from Nebraska to South Dakota is going to school. Naturally, when you're rodeoed and you've had some success, you'd like to find some place that someone will pay for it. So I went to a business college in Rapid City that I could get in there on a rodeo scholarship, and so that was the way I paid for my schooling. And I really love the environment up here. Broken Bow got a lot more weather. The Black Hills don't get near the weather. And so the winters around here were really mild compared to what I was used to growing up with in Nebraska around Broken Bow. I didn't think it was a hard decision. That was always something that I wanted to do, was get into a ranching operation. Of course, then, they're always telling you at that particular time it's awful tough because of the land values and all this and that, and it's always that way. It's always going to be that way. You're just going to have to, you've got struggle and you've got sacrifices that have to be made. The family has to work hard. Well, like Robin had a client one time that said the best thing for a working ranch is a working wife. And so that was her part, is that she was a dental hygienist, and so it went well with the ranching operation. So, just like when you start into ranching, you can't start off where your parents left off. And sometimes, we have too much of a commitment and debt that the worst thing you can do, and it's so stressful, is having huge payments. And we agreed to have a smaller payment and get that payment gone and then take on another payment. So those payments weren't so huge that we couldn't deal with it, which deals with stress. There's just a lot of stuff that stress is it's tough. And I think if we'd learned to, like we said, start out slow, and maybe you won't owe as much. And sometimes we want to be big early, and I think you want to go ahead and get this baby paid for and enjoy life a little bit more without the stress of so much payments. The payments is tough.
I wouldn't be able to have my herd if it wasn't for my family. So I'm happy to help here. And along with the cows and the ranching, we also have, the horses. And so it's really just a full family affair for all of us. My 2 brothers, my sister, and now their spouses and their kids that they're having. We've got a few horses out there that my parents are eyeing for the grandchildren. So, one day they'll come to the ranch and they'll help my mom and dad work cattle on those horses, and so it's all interconnected, and we're all just very blessed to do this.
I believed from the very beginning that when she first decided to make her run for Miss Rodeo South Dakota, that she was the perfect candidate, because she has lived all aspects of the life, from the ranching, being raised in it, to the rodeo life, and only when you have lived it and know it are you best to teach it.
Yeah, so when you earn the title of Miss Rodeo America, you go from maybe a following of, I think I had like 1,000 people on Instagram prior on my personal, and then when I got handed over the reins of social media of Miss Rodeo America, I went to, I think, about 35,000 on Instagram, and I think it's 60,000 on Facebook. That's a big responsibility, and that's a lot of people that you have the opportunity to speak to. So what did I want my message to be was really important to me. And what I am is tried and true, rodeo and Western lifestyle. Grew up on a ranch, grew up going to rodeos in the summer.
You know, I hardly ever remember going to the lake. It was rodeos, or it was, you know, helping Dad on the ranch, whatever that may be. And so my message is, this is who I am and I represent you. And so when you see me, I want you to see your reflection in me. And I want to represent the people that make our industry what it is. You
know, when she's able to share the story of how we do business here, it's a story that she can tell that isn't told out there that much. And that's what's so neat about her platform. Because she knows the truth, and the truth is what sets this whole thing free. What we try to do to conserve some of our grass is that we wean our calves about October 20th and save our grass for the cows, so the cows can stay on grass till the 1st of December. And then we bring our calves home, and then we background our calves and get them ready for a weaned calf sale. Now, I think that adds value to my calves by weaning them and having them ready to go, so that whoever buys these calves don't have to worry about the sickness coming off these cows. So I've seen it over the years where that adds value. Now, it's a little bit more effort on my part, but there again, I ride my horses through them, I check my calves, and I'm riding horses all the time anyway, so it's just another part that we think helps conserve our pastures by getting our calves off the cows, and then we think it adds value to our calves as we get down the road selling our calves. Usually after the 1st of December, we sell our calves in the first weaned calf sale.
I always say you can take the feeder out of Nebraska, but you can't take the feeder out of the man. So that would be some Nebraska heritage there. He loves to feed those calves and see them bloom and start feeling good and shiny and kicking. So.
Well, that's it for us today. Us Tierneys would like to thank you for stopping by our ranch, and I hope you enjoy the next stop on your tour.